Good morning, Warriors. This is now the end of week 2 of the No Nut November Challenge. And what I really wanted to do today, make it a little shorter video, but just kind of explain some of the potential benefits, both mentally and physically, that are claimed to be out there. Plus, I will share some of the benefits that I've actually seen myself in just over these past 2 weeks of eliminating porn use and masturbation. So let's kind of just jump into it. So we're going to first start off with the mental benefits. First, people talk about having less stress, less anxiety, and with that comes greater happiness and self-acceptance, as well as the boost of self-confidence that comes with being able to resist your urges. Plus, there's going to be increased willpower and motivation. As you continue to go throughout this challenge and you're like, wow, I've done 2 weeks already, I'm pretty sure that I can do it another day. And that's why I talked about taking it day by day, because every time you build up, you just continue to add on notches onto your belt of victory, and you can keep it going that way. So keep on strong, guys. Another big thing is there's reports of people feeling more in touch with their spiritual side of themselves. And like whether that's for your beliefs like me, which is in God, or whatever you guys believe. But people have claimed to feel more in touch because there's not something just constantly inhibiting them from connecting. Another thing that has been seen to be a mental positive that's come out of this is that really there's a deeper appreciation for the opposite sex. There's no more just seeing them as objects or as certain features, but more just seeing and admiring, like, that's a beautiful human being over there. And that's a huge thing. So like for me mentally, I have definitely seen the decrease of anxiety and stress. And the reason for that is because I'm not hiding anything anymore. And so I don't have this anxiety like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get caught, like someone's going to find out, which I'm sure most of you have felt at some point when you're straight up just like, someone could come in at any moment. I've definitely felt more of the self-confidence, the willpower, and more motivation. Finding myself taking the time to like dive into other activities that I normally wasn't, because I was like, you know what, I'm feeling stressed out, I'll just go like watch porn and be fine with it. Now it's like, no, I got all this energy, what am I gonna do with it? And I go ahead and start figuring out something that I wanted to learn, doing more research on different things such as like this, but also on other topics. And a huge thing that I have been feeling is like this barrier that I felt was between like me and God is slowly coming down after I can't even do the math right now, but basically since I was 12 is when all this started for me. I don't know when it started for you guys, but that's a long time. I'm 27 now, and I've been dealing with this, and so there's always been like every year it's almost like more bricks just got added up and up and up and up as like a barrier between God and I. And I can recount other times in my life when porn was not a very large, not a very large aspect, and my relationship with God improved greatly. And now I've seen just over these past 2 weeks that I've been able to stay more committed to connecting with Him on a like personal level. So that's been huge for me. Plus, the appreciation for women is huge. I don't know about you guys, but what has happened, like if I end up like watching too much pornography, like all I can see is just the physical attributes of a woman. Like I can't even like look at her face. Like I immediately like look down at her breast, or I look at her butt. Like it's just like that happens. And so that's where I started really noticing there were problems, especially like up here, was that I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even, like people that I respect and I know that I never looked at that way, all of a sudden I'm starting to look at only strictly that way because of how much porn I was watching. So it's been kind of nice to have like that mental relief of not having to worry about that so much. All right, so that's kind of it for like the mental side of things. Let's jump on over to the physical side of things. One of the biggest ones that a lot of people have claimed is more energy. I can definitely say I have more energy. I've only had 1 cup of coffee this morning, and that was a couple hours ago, but I am like up and wired, which is why I'm able to do these videos for you guys. Another big thing is better sleep. That has a few factors, especially when you have to have a good sleep schedule, which that's what I'm still working on. But I can say that the sleep is better because my mind is not constantly racing from hours overnight staying up watching it. So not only am I not staying up till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning watching things, and I'm actually getting more than an hour and a half of sleep, but I'm also having my brain calm down before going to bed, doing reading or something like that. Another thing is greater muscle strength. It's been interesting to realize that like that kind of couples with improved stamina and like physical performance, and I've found myself, you know, going on runs more often, sticking with my push-up challenge that I'm doing, which is 100 push-ups a day, and then also like just throwing in pull-ups for the heck of it, as well as another thing I do is yoga, and just being able to hold poses longer and not have to worry so much about like I feel weak. I'm actually feeling stronger, which has been pretty awesome. It's pretty neat to have that, which I'm sure kind of comes with having more testosterone physically, but also you're not wasting all this energy that you have and like all this pent up stuff that you've built up, and then you're just releasing it 2, 3, 4, 5, however many times a day or multiple times a week too. Another one is sharper concentration. I can definitely say that that has been something that I have experienced. I don't know why and like when this kind of changed, but it was more this week than last week. I can recall things a lot better, a lot sharper. Like when I'm writing, I like poetry, things like that, and letters. I'm noticing I'm coming up with a much wider array of vocabulary because I'm like all of a sudden remembering all these different words I've learned throughout the years that mean something, and it just sounds better. So it's a lot more elegant of a style of writing because I'm able to expand my vocabulary, and then also is like recalling different things that people have said has been crazy. There was a guy who he basically was saying that he was able to go into a room of like 15 people, and then after 5 minutes he could recall all of their phone numbers. I have a hard time recalling just one phone number that's not my own, and so that's pretty impressive that that was something that he experienced just with like not having any more brain fog. I don't know about you guys, but that is something that was huge for me. You just kind of like feel you're just like, I don't really know what to think, and then you feel bad about not knowing what to think, so then you just go back to pornography. So that is a huge thing that I've seen, is the increase in concentration. Another big thing for anyone who's like married out there looking to have kids is higher quality sperm, honestly. You're gonna have the better quality that's gonna allow for them to be stronger, much more efficient swimmers, that type of thing, so that way pregnancy won't be so hard. And the last thing, for anyone who does deal with erectile dysfunction, which basically means you can't get it up, which they found more issues in people who are younger nowadays because of pornography, they have found that this has helped either like lessen the symptoms, but also has helped people fully heal from it. And that's pretty awesome too. So that's just kind of some of the things that I've experienced with my second week of doing this. So I would really love to hear what you guys have to say and some of the benefits that you guys have experienced. So please just throw a few comments down at the bottom. Also hit the like button, that lets me know if these things are beneficial for you guys or not. And also, you know, if you guys have a specific topic that you would like me to cover, just let me know. Shoot me a message in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Thanks for watching, you guys.